Hello, welcome. You're watching Headset VR. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a brand new gaming video. Now today I'm going to be playing Doom the Dark Ages, and we're going to be playing this in VR. Now if you are a follower of the VR community and you're aware of Luke Ross and his real VR mods, that is what we are using today. Luke Ross has gone out and made a mod to play Doom the Dark Ages in VR. So what I'm going to do is, assuming that you've got the game and assuming that you've got the mod, for which there is a link in the description, then I'm going to show you how you get this all set up. So first of all, of course, obviously you need the game, and what we're going to do is open the game file location. So let's just go into the library and we'll right click on the title and browse local files. So as you can see, we've got the game files just here. Now before you do anything though, you do need to start the game up once and then you can exit it. So this will create the necessary config files for real VR to actually work. So once you've done that and gone into the files, we need to get the mod. So I've already downloaded the mod. Let me just go there into downloads, and this is the real VR mod. Now there are two versions of the mod. Now 20.1 will work for every game, but 20.2 is specific for Doom the Dark Ages, where this will fix the black screen that you may get with DLSS in the game. So I've got both down here. Now because I'm using an AMD GPU, I don't have to worry about DLSS. Now there is something additional regarding DLSS, but I'm going to come back to that with another video another time. So what we want to do is get this set up, but if you are on the fence about whether to get this mod, it does cover a lot of titles such as Atomic Heart, Avatar, Cyberpunk, the Dark Souls games, Death Stranding, which I've recently shown a video for, a few of the Far Cry games, and Final Fantasy VII. There's quite a large list here for all of these games. Anyway, setup. Let's get this game working. Now, first of all, let's extract the mod, which I've already done just here, and we have the files that we need. So we're going to go into where the game is. Let's copy these files first. Right click and then copy, and then we're going to go into Doom the Dark Ages just here, and this is where you've got the Doom the Dark Ages launcher. So it's always going to be the folder that contains the Doom the Dark Ages.exe, which as you can see is just here, the executable file. So we're going to paste those files into there. As you can see, these are the 4 files we've just pasted in. Now if you are using the Game Pass version, keep in mind that games installed by the Xbox app can only be modded if you put them in the default C folder. Any other folder on the system is hard protected by Windows against any modifications, just to pre-warn. So then what we do then is run the real config batch file here. Double click that. Click on more info, then run anyway. And this window should pop up. Just click yes. And it'll say, do you want to abort or continue? So we're going to continue. And then it says, as you can see, all done, press any key to continue. So that's completely done. Now you need to do that to make sure that the game will work in VR. Okay, right, so what we're going to do now after that is we're going to launch the game. So let's just minimize these down. And launch the game. Now obviously before you do launch the game, you need to have your headset ready to launch a game in VR. So I'm playing on the Quest 3 here, and I've enabled MetaLink, and I'm sitting here on the page waiting to launch a game in VR. So let's just press play, and that should launch in the headset. Right, there you go. So this is launched in the headset. As you can see, the mod is working. So let's just press. So let's just press the pause key to minimize that down, and that is how you access the mod window, is just by using the pause key. Right, so the game is launched, and what we're going to do is mess around with a couple of the settings. First things first, as you can see, we have got some jitter there on the game, but putting the headset on, it looks a little bit on the grainy side in the headset. Right, so what we're going to do, go into settings, and we're going to go into the UI, and in the game we need to turn environmental screen shake as off. So there we go, that's turned off. Into the UI, we need to change HUD aspect ratio to default, which it is, and then the HUD scale to 0.5, which is there. So don't forget to do this, otherwise everything in your HUD will look huge. Right, subtitles scale as well. So we'll change that to 1.5. And controls, aim assist, we need to find aim assist, which is there, and that is off, so make sure you have got that off. In video, we need windowed mode. There we go. The aspect ratio 16.9, resolution 1920 by 1080. Vertical sync will turn off. Enable HDR. That is off as well. Present from compute is on. Which it is. Resolution scaling mode is off. And the field of view they've recommended to put down to 90. I mean, personally, I like the biggest field of view possible, so I'm just going to leave that there. Depth of field to turn off, and you can turn chromatic aberration off as well. And I personally choose that off, and I'm going to knock down film grain as well. Now, upscaler, it says if you have an NVIDIA card, put DLSS. If you have an AMD card, you'll need to select FSR, which is what we're going to do here. Okay. Well, enable HDR. That's off as already. Motion blur, turn that off as well. And reflections quality, it does mention that this game follows a trend of making ray tracing mandatory, which does kill your frame rate even if you've got an RTX 5090. You can try to gain some back by setting reflections quality to off or low, which does limit it down. So I'm going to put this down to low as reflections quality. And if I look through and see if there's anything else, right, let's put the in-game frame generation on because I'm using FSR, and I'll put the sharpness at about 35%. I don't know whether that's a good setting. I'm just going to go with that from there, and then I'm going to hit the apply.
wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
We must pray now, brothers. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They feared the mark of the beast. My soul remains guarded. You can't.
An improvement, sure.
Has been terminated. The demonic consumption of Earth has been reduced by 36.8%. There are 2 Hell Priests remaining.
Okay, right, I've paused the game because as I jumped into the game for Doom the Dark Ages, I've repeatedly had the screen would freeze, it would be stuttering, and I was not able to play it. So, although I've initially done this video as a setup guide for Doom the Dark Ages, now if unlike me you are able to get the game to run in VR using the real VR mod, then enjoy your experience. I've actually had to refund the game. I've been trying to get this done for a week and wasted quite a lot of time in doing so, unfortunately. So to compensate, I've gone and modded Doom Eternal instead. It is pretty similar in how you get it started, extracts, launch the game. Everything that I've done in the setup guide will work the same. Just you may need to slightly do a different set of settings. Now, I'm not going to go through all of that again because honestly, I found doing all this quite exhausting. But I will put a link to Luke Ross's Patreon so you can go on there. And if you go on to post number 2 of the 3 that he's recently done, the instructions for setup and the settings that are optimal for the game are all on there. So I do apologise. Although this started out in the Dark Ages, it has become eternal. So we are going to play a little bit of Doom Eternal, and this will show you what it plays like in real VR in comparison to the previous mod by Halifax that only actually worked with NVIDIA GPUs. This works with, well, any GPU that's compatible. So anyway, we're going to go in and play some of the game. Again, like I say, I'm really sorry I've not been able to bring Doom the Dark Ages. It's the first time that's ever happened to me. I've never had problems with playing the game so bad that I've physically not been able to play it. Specifically on my new GPU. And just speaking of which, I've got an RX 7900 XTX GPU. So the game does play perfectly fine in flat. I don't know whether there was a recent patch or there's some incompatibility with the real VR mod. I'm not sure. Maybe when it's on sale, I might try it again. But otherwise, I've got an RX 7900 CPU. We've got 32GB of RAM. I'm playing on a Quest 3 headset. And if you do like what you see, give us a thumbs up. And for more VR related content, please do subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, any comments you want to make, do that in the usual place, and I will respond to every single comment. Otherwise, it's time to get the chainsaw out. It's time to get the shotgun out. Let's play Doom Eternal in real VR. Now looking at this, the graphics look pretty damn exceptional. And this plays as smooth as anything. This looks absolutely sensational. I only ever bought the game because I knew about the Halifax mod to play this in VR, only to be disappointed that it doesn't actually work on an AMD GPU. But in game, well, in the real VR mod settings, I'm running on 22.5 PPD, and I'm playing the game in mono because I find it does actually give a slightly better visual performance. Now I'll just quickly show you a change through of the different settings. So all I do is go to 1.2, and as you can see it's about on the wobbly side. If I go to 1.3, it's still no better, and if I try AER, that's just as bad, and Legacy AER, no better. So we just go with that. It's much easier to get set up. I mean, I could fiddle around and get the settings to play that bit better, but, well, we don't always have loads of time. I believe. Some of these glory kills are absolutely sickening, to be honest. There we go. Whoa! Wow! The chainsaw! Shooting lasers. Whoa! Well, it was shooting lasers. Wow! In you go. Woo! This is getting a bit relentless now. Oh! Well, this is going rampant, isn't it, really? Now it's getting going. Well, he took that up there with him. See ya. Oh, we've got a new weapon. Little pig, let me in. Really saying the signal. Enjoy. I'm a VR slut. Yep, and you can take that from me. I am 100% a VR slut. Okay, we're going to have to go across it, so here we go. A big demon. So we're just going to kill this big funny demon, whatever it is. Whoa! Swallow that, mate! It seems these dudes are actually coming endlessly. Okay, whoa, whoa. bada boom. Let's have that bit of fuel. That's a pretty cool gun. This is a pretty cool gun. Well, this is definitely an extremely fun game. Wow, he's dead pretty quick. So is he too! Well, yeah, okay. I'm really enjoying playing this now. Whoa! Well, they seem to go a hell of a lot easier with this new gun now. Right, so yeah, I'm not going to do too much more of this. So I would like to say thank you very much for watching the video. Again, apologies that I wasn't able to bring Doom the Dark Ages for you to watch. But like I say, it might work for you, but it just hasn't worked for me. So otherwise... I'm just going to say... for watching.
We welcome you, brothers and sisters, to your new home.
And we'll see you for the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.